Join me on a captivating history event of significance more than 120 years ago. This horrific story takes us back to the start of the first modern war, namely the Anglo-Boer War of 1899–1902 in South Africa. Can you guess which country created the first war concentration camps? Was it Adolf Hitler from Nazi Germany during the Second World War 1939–1945? You will be shocked to know. Just before the start of World War II, the British ambassador to Germany complained to Hermann Göring, the German general, about the treatment of Jews and Gypsies and so in the German concentration camps. Göring responded by factually pointing out which nation were the inventor of these death camps. Now for the big surprise: who invented the first concentration camps? But before I disclose this to you, kindly subscribe to my channel now to help me to create more videos for you. The inventor of these camps were none other than Lord Herbert Kitchener from Britain during the latter phase of the Boer War. A nearly 3-year struggle of the small Boer nation to fight the more than 300,000 British soldiers who fought to claim the gold and diamond resources which was discovered in 1886 by the Boer republics. The British experienced a fierce resistance from the mere 50,000 Boers, who were the first nation to perfect guerrilla warfare in the modern warfare scenario. Due to heavy losses of British soldiers, Lord Kitchener implemented a brutal scorched earth policy in the last year of the war. The houses and farms of the Boers were burned down as well as their crop in order to deplete the resources on which the Boer soldiers relied on to continue their resistance. Consequently, the women and children were displaced to these concentration camps. The first concentration camps were established in September 1900 in Bloemfontein and Pretoria. Initially intended to shelter families of Boer soldiers who had surrendered, these camps quickly transformed into facilities for many displaced civilians, including women and children whose male relatives were still fighting. The camps were characterized by overcrowding, inadequate sanitation, and insufficient food supplies. Many internees lived in tents under deplorable conditions. Rations were often reduced for families whose men were still engaged in combat, leading to severe malnutrition among children. The lack of proper medical care resulted in widespread outbreaks of diseases such as typhoid, measles, and dysentery. It is estimated that between 18,000 and 28,000 Boer civilians died in these camps, with a significant proportion being children. British social reformer Emily Hobhouse played a crucial role in exposing the dire circumstances faced by internees. Prominent figures such as Sir Henry Campbell Bannerman criticized the British government's actions, labeling them as methods of barbarism. This public pressure eventually influenced changes in policy regarding displaced families, shifting from forced internment to allowing them to remain on their farms. The legacy of these concentration camps has left a lasting impact on South African society and history. The suffering endured by Boer families fostered deep-seated resentment towards British authorities. This period remains a poignant chapter in South Africa's complex historical narrative, reflecting broader themes of colonialism, conflict, and humanitarian crises. Up to this day, there was no reparations done or any apology to the Boer nation for this horrific pain inflicted to this nation, who has mainly French, Dutch, and German origins since the 17th century. Just put a like if this was an educational history video.